Hello, I wanted to give you a quick rundown of today's ELA assignment. This is your reading skills for today, and it's going to be talking about recounting stories. So almost like trying to summarize a little bit, thinking about the sequence in which something has happened, thinking about the characters, the setting, what was the problem, the events, the solution, was there a lesson or a moral, and basically kind of summarizing the story. So what they want you to do here is it says directions, move each element of retelling to the corresponding finger. So think about, what does this look like? This looks like what? Cinderella, maybe? So think about, okay, what would the character be? Which one of these would be the character? Now this is kind of confusing because you see three of them that have people, but we're just looking for the character, nothing about a problem. And think about Cinderella. What was the problem? So this, she looks like she's kind of upset. Does that look more like a problem than a character? So for this one, I would probably say you would move your character. This would be your character. So you could just kind of move it on top like that or whatever. Then setting. Which one looks like a setting? Remember, a setting could be a time or a place. So which one would make sense? Problem. Which one looks like a problem? Remember, problems, they're not necessarily fun. They make some stress. So which one of these look like the person is stressed? What are events that happened? What is the solution? So do the ones that you know, that you can figure out, and then the ones that you don't, kind of place and think about, okay, what would the solution be? What was an event that happened? Okay. This is interesting because it gives you an option to actually listen to the story. So you can press this little button and it will read it to you, or you could read it on your own. This is about the three billy goats gruff. After you read it or listen to it, you're going to come to this page and you are going to recount the story by moving the pictures in sequence. Write retelling of the story using the pictures to help. So you can just kind of write it on your own, or you can, instead of writing it, you can tell a parent about the story or a family member. I don't necessarily need to see it. I'm trusting that you are going to do it, okay? So you're going to just pull the little pictures and see in order of the sequence of that happened in the story. And again, you can come back here and think about what was going on here to help you sequence the story. Remember, sequence is what happened, what was the first thing that happened in order of the story, the events that happened. Here, you are going to talk about characters. So, main character in the story goes through a sequence of events that can cause them to change. So when you are reading a story, you always need to ask yourself questions like, what is the main character in the beginning of the story like? What are the major events that happen in the story? What does the character do, say, think, and feel during each event? And how does the major event change the main character? Do they learn a lesson? More often than not, when you hear a story, the main character is a lot different in the beginning than it is at the end. And they sometimes go through different things in the story that change them. Maybe they grow up some. Maybe they're not as selfish or things like that. So what you are going to do here is it says directions. Move the pieces that tell about the characters to the correct point in the story. So what happens in the beginning of the story usually, what happens in the middle, and what happens at the end. There are major events that change the character. Would that happen in the beginning, the middle, or the end? The character acts or behaves in a certain way. Would that happen in the beginning, the middle, or the end? and the character changes. Would that happen in the beginning, the middle, or the end? So think about which one would best fit the beginning, which one would best fit the middle, which one would best fit the end. And then this page, you are going to first listen to a story, and you can click this little picture icon, and it will pull up a YouTube, I think, of a story. And they want you to listen to the read aloud and then fill in the text boxes. So in the beginning, blank, which is whoever the main character is blank. What character trait are they? So are they greedy? Are they brave? Are they heroic? Things like that. So you're going to type right here what character trait they are. Here you're going to write the problem. And then you're going to write what does the character do? What does the character say? What does the character think? And what does the character feel? And then in the end, the character does what down here? So again, you're going to, in the beginning, whoever the main character is, write that here, is blank. So write a character trait here. You are going to write here the problem. And then here, don't worry about this. I'm going to delete that one. And I'm actually going to move this guy here. Don't worry about the other one right there that I deleted. Okay, so you're going to write your problem here. Then you're going to say the character, what does it do? What do they say? What do they think? What do they feel? And what happens in the end of the character? So thinking about how does the character grow from the beginning to the end. So that is your reading skills assignment for for today. Your dictionary skills is this page right here. And you're just going to go through and you are going to read the directions. So according to the dictionary page, what is the meaning of the word live? So over here, you can look at the dictionary page and write down what it means. Use the word live in a sentence. So just use that word in a sentence. And this is kind of the same thing, but it's for little. This one is different. It says, do you have enough flour to make a batch of cookies? So you are going to drag this little highlighter over here to the misspelled word in the sentence. You can resize the box if you need to. So let's say I thought do was spelled wrong. I'm going to move the little highlighter over to the word do, and then I can make the little highlighter be smaller to fit the word. And then you have to then type the correct sentence. Okay, so I would retype the sentence to make it correct. Now, do is spelled correctly, so do is not the answer to that one. This is the same thing where you're going to look at the words over here and see which word over here is spelled wrong, and you're going to take the little highlighter and highlight the word that you think is spelled wrong, and then you're going to retype the sentence the correct way. Same thing for this one. For this page, you're going to say, according to the dictionary page, what is the meaning of the word I? So you're going to read these little descriptions, and whichever one that you think is the correct one, you're going to go like that and drag and drop. Now, I'm not saying that is the correct one. I'm just giving you an example. Same thing for this page. Read the examples. This is talking about the word eat, which one is the one that makes the most sense, and highlight it by putting drag the box over to it. And that is all for today. I hope you guys enjoy. Bye.